Hello everyone, it's Mercury Bar and we're back to play some Morrowind. And let us make sure that the stream is working. If it is currently being cast to the living room. Interesting. Do we have sound? We do have sound. Do we have chat? Okay, we have chat. When I last left off, we had inadvertently started playing through Memento Mori, which was a Morrowind modding madness competition entry. It got second place several years ago. It takes a vague reference, or a very small reference, to what the Dunmer do with their dead out of, I believe, its ancestors in the Dunmer, and turns it into this whole funerary industry. There are 3 great ossuaries around Red Mountain, connected by catacombs. We just got done visiting the ossuary of Set, which is manned by the Acolytes of Clockwork, who, according to the normal temple people, are quite blasphemous. We ended up chasing a modified Dwemer Centurion spider around because it had stolen a fuse that they needed to keep the mechanical cogwork display behind the shrine running. And then we left to continue on to through the catacombs to the next ossuary, because you can visit them without going out, each one without going outside. And stumbled into a Dwemer ruin, rocks fell, nobody died, but we can't get out. And so now we're trying to figure out the puzzle to that. We managed to overload something by turning cranks and blew a giant hole in the floor, which led to a different level, and there's a door, and we need to plug something into the door to open it, and that's what we're looking for right now. And I cheated. I peeked on the posts for the mods page on Nexus, and apparently we're looking for a Dwemer cohair. So we got to go through and look around for one of those.
What do you want?
This is the door. This is the thing that the door hums with power but does not open. We have to stick something in this junction box. Hi, Latte. And Caswin is standing in lava, but that's okay because it's companion-friendly lava. I left that flask there. I should have another flask in my inventory because we have a pilgrimage we're supposed to be making. Yes, I have a flask in my inventory. Okay. That is the giant hole I blasted in the ceiling. Actually, I probably shouldn't be using magicka for something like that because we need to levitate back up. Because that's the thing we can do sometimes. And sometimes we fail. And our crazy armor is we got off of Dead Golden Saints. Come on. Okay. It's gonna be like that then. We made a bunch of pictures that need to go in our sketchbook. And we're peckish. We will eat some cornbread. And we should probably drink. And now we shall sleep. Finally, fuck. Okay. Dwemer Cohair. And then there's this, that's supposed to be how you get down there without, you know, blasting a hole in the floor. It was an impressive explosion, if you couldn't tell by the cog jammed into the ceiling. It's like, oh, Dacia is making DAC levels of destruction. Apologies, that was quite rude, but I never have to sneeze when I'm not on the stream. That's just the way it goes. Broken lantern. Crowbar. Arbalist. Now, I wouldn't have picked up a Cohair because they're heavy, and it's hard enough to sell the little Dwemer artifacts, so I suppose I should be more, you know, deliberate about the searching, but I don't think I left it in a keg or a chest. We have more than enough coins because we're writing our journeyman report for the Mages Guild. Latte is. Edwina's helping him. She gave him the assignment. That was her suggestion. That's one of the cranks we turned that led to the explosion. I'm assuming we closed stuff up so there was like a steam backup. And then kerplooey. The one thing this Dwemer Ruin doesn't have is a well pipe like some of them do. It is not Ashfall friendly. Okay. But yes, Dacia has reached DAC levels of destruction. If you remember the very last, oh no. I moved my texture replacers directly into the data files folder for the game, and it looks like I overwrote the Dwemer dishes that Rubberman had made with, these are probably corals, which is not what I wanted to do, but it doesn't look like I overwrote the icons, oddly enough. I guess he wouldn't have had, Carl wouldn't have had to make new icons because he was just improving what was already there, whereas Rubberman took it in a whole different direction. But yes, if you, the very last Let's Play that I did with DAC, we went through Bethamez, the Dwemer Ruin of Eggs and Dwarves, and that involves at one point using a Dwemer satchel charge. Big bada boom. Okay. See? And then it looks like a normal picture. Getting your ankles beat on. And if you're wondering why her carrying capacity is so high, it's because she I installed one that increased it proportionally. Instead of 5 times, it's 7.5. So we can afford to pick up things like more scrap metal to use in our alchemical experiments, which are mostly failures. Okay, where is this fucking thing? The post had said something about it's near lava. I'm not seeing it. Unless it's in the room. Hey David, how are you? Unless it meant the lava downstairs in the hole. Do you see what I see? Yeah. Okay. Do we have everybody? I hope so, because, we're back in the catacombs. Now, which way were we going? This way. Oh, man. I hate these guys. And he did affect my strength, but we can still move, so... Did everybody in the room just pop up off their altars? Or their... What are they called? Inace Heavy Iron Hunting Axe. Interesting. Everyone just popped up off their buyers like, hey, Paladin. I'm a jerk, and he is not.
Time to turn this one down to size.
Drez Armored Robe. Okay. Silver Claymore. I'll take that just because it looks cool. Bone meal is actually a pretty good snack. I'm doing okay. Yes, Ancestor Ghost, I messed with your stuff. I really should start training a different weapon, but I don't want to yet. That was quite a determined zombie. Demon Helm, Bound Gloves, Iron Blade. Well, that's no fun. Why did that clip through the floor? There we go.
You in feel a woman's wrath.
Yep. Ashlander Glass Spear. I'm gonna give that to... What's her bucket? Arvessa. Is she happy about us robbing tombs? Probably not, but...
Please, speak.
I don't think she'll switch it out. I think the Dwemer thing she has is better, but... There we go. Why? Just why? I think they must have gotten that from autoclock.
Time to trim this one down to size.
It was a very autoclock piece of work. And we have a skelk. Not a shulk, a skelk. Because it has human or armor legs. Okay.
Time to trim this one down to size.
Imperial Battle Mage armored robe. Okay, guys. I don't know what is with the loot list and the armored robes right now. She, of course, has an Ordinator robe on, which is probably not the best. That's kind of cool. Eh. What does the dress look like? Eh. And it is chilly in the crypt, so I should probably put my robes back on. There we go.
Hear a woman laugh.
Which one is this? Ossuary of Vec, the Hall of Order.
Go ahead, Outlander. What do you need?
Yes, I can see that you're growing in competence. Tell me, where do you think your skills will take you in the future? Resistances? Magicka resistance 15 points, Fire, Frost, Shock, or Poison resistance 20 points. Fire. A wise decision. Yay! You're a guardian of the Order of Ghosts. The ossuary of Vec is at the northern end of both the western and eastern catacombs. You can access the catacombs from the large doors on either side of this hall. I've heard that Commandant Orethi was investigating possible necromancer activity in the eastern catacombs, but Prefect Remoran has forbidden him from pursuing the matter further. There are many ossuary pits dotting the landscape outside around the great ossuary of Vec. The eastern catacombs will lead you to the ossuary of Set from here. The western catacombs connect the ossuary of Vec with the ossuary of Am. The Shrine of the Body is housed in the ossuary's colossal tower. Head outside and cross the bridge to enter the tower. Oh, we have to go outside in this weather?
Do you want something?
36 Lessons of Vivek, Sermon 16.
Is there something I can do for you, Outlander?
Not an illusion, rather it is a necessary illusion. The ending of the words is Om Civi. Yes, child? Any question about anything I preached? Is there anything else you need? Oh, you're a freelance adventurer, yes? The ossuary is in desperate need of someone like you. Our runner arrived earlier with reports of a six-house breakthrough in the western catacombs. The reports are that our buoyant armatures and ghosts are outnumbered by the sixth-house force, led by a powerful priest called Dagoth Nasro. The ossuary is now in an extremely vulnerable position with little support. You are not in the Order, but if you can help the troops in the catacombs fight back against the Sixth House and kill the Sixth House priest, Dagoth Nasro, then I personally promise you a suitable reward. I'm the prefect of the ossuary of Vect. You'd best be cautious of entering either of the catacombs here at Vec. From the reports I've received, the southern catacombs still remain safe. However, it seems the western and eastern catacombs are becoming more perilous by the day. Large door at the western side of the hall. Order of Ghosts. It was Sothasil who was the principal architect of the Ghost Fence, the Ghost Gate, the great ossuaries, and the catacombs, but it was our Lord Vivec who mandated the formation of the Order of Ghosts. The ossuary of Vec was the original home of the Order, but now our headquarters are at Ghost Gate, and most of our troops are stationed at the ossuary of Aim. The ossuary of Vec is my charge. We are flanked by the 6th House on all sides, as they have taken over nearby Kogorun and Falas Marion, and they can, of course, be found just on the other side of the Ghost Fence as well. We're in an extremely vulnerable position out here, and our only resupply route is through the catacombs. We must remain steadfast and diligent lest Dagoth-Ur and his corrupted minions overrun us. I'm afraid we're in far too dire straits at the moment, and too much in need of aid ourselves to provide any help to traveling pilgrims, I'm afraid. Okay. Just what we want. A Dagoth. Be sure to bring... Yeah, I would have liked to, but I didn't bring a torch. Ah, yes. What is an Altmer doing in a sacred temple order, you want to ask? You have the same perplexed look as all the other pilgrims, though you are the first Outlander pilgrim we've had in a long time. Well, if you must hear my tale, go ahead and ask, but please do it quickly. First things first, let me make one thing perfectly clear. I am not an Outlander. Yes, thank you, Dacia goes. She is not one either. She was born in Nissus. At least, I don't consider myself one. Others within my nation may not be so generous. My mother is an Altmer, but I have lived my entire life in Morrowind, and my father is a Dunmer. A vile wretch of a Dunmer, but a Dunmer nonetheless. My father, a minor Hualun, disposed of the bastard created from his union with his high elven concubine. He also needed to do this without killing said bastard, as his imperial contacts might frown upon the killing of an innocent boy if it ever got out. He had the brilliant idea to gift me to a temple order, and what better place to send me than to an order operating far away from Narcissus, in the middle of Vardenfell, where no one might ever find his illegitimate son. That explains the Dunmer last name, Orethi. I was hidden away on his plantation until I reached the age of 6. When I was old enough that the order might accept and trade me, he had me shipped off to the Ghost Gate. Commander took one look at me and was ready to have me sent off to Aldrin to fend for myself, but Prefect Ramaran was on official business at Ghost Gate at the time and took pity on me. He took me in and became the closest thing I have to a real father. I've lived here in the ossuary of Vec and in the catacombs ever since. Do not pity me for the life I have led, Outlander. I have fought for my entire life to get where I am today. I'm a commandant of the Order of Ghosts. I answer only to my prefect, my commander, and of course to Elmsivi. My life may not look like much to you, but I'm proud of who I am and who I have become, and I serve the Order and my gods faithfully. And Deja's like, I get it. I get it. She's from Nissus. Her mother is a Nord. Her father was supposedly an Ashlander merchant. She's a half-elf. You know. The ossuary of Vec is not much, but it's home. I've of course undertaken the pilgrimage many times myself. My best advice to a first-time pilgrim, stay out of the side passages and you'll do just fine. I'm gonna draw you, sir.
Is there something I can do for you?
Alright, let's see. Western Ashlands, that goes out. Western Catacombs. Are we ready for this? What was that?
The sixth house is risen, and Lord Dagar is glory.
Don't ask me why all the Dunmer men look like Ken dolls at the moment. We will just be thankful for it. It's going up.
Surrender or call me no mercy.
Your beat.
Fairly sure that wasn't mud.
I'm fine, thank you. What can I do for you?
I suppose there's no harm in talking. What can I do for you?
Could have sworn there were more people here. Oh, no, you're summons. What do you want? Dagoth Nasro is dead? That was fast. I'm missing something. Hi, Nightshade. Oh yeah, I'm nowhere near ready to give up on Morrowind. Did they run down? Did the other guys run down here and kill the Dagoth? Is that what happened? I missed something, I think. I have no idea why it just did that. Oh my goodness, I did not realize I was skating that close to death. Oh. That's just an ascended sleeper. Latte, help? Where are you? Oh no, we lost Latte, didn't we? No, he's here. Where is he?
What
Latte,
did they
help.
do you, friend?
Heal me, please.
Blessing of the 2 months upon you.
You heal me, and then I will drink a potion, and I will heal Giab. When did you first start playing Morrowind, Nightshade?
I suppose there's no harm in talking?
We
What
can
can
take
I
it
do
from
for
here.
you?
Thanks for the help. I found this strange skull on their altar. It looks like a unique artifact. All cries are waking, whitest white of all white, blackest black of all blacks, shame and sun, sun and shadow. Stronger than gods, brighter than mortals, only he is awake, only he is alive. He knows the names and the naming, he knows the weight and the waiting. He enters into every star and moon, he shines through their shadows. One shape, one spelling, one wraith, one casting. From darkness he is armed, from light he is warded. He is all things, Drake, Leech, Theoman, on rivers of fire he comes forth, through storms of dreams he rides. With slivers of steel he pierces the heart. All spells, powers, curses broken, the chains are shattered, the scales fall away. I see you with my eye, and all is silence. I wake, I remember, Lord. Is this the same scrawlings? Yep. I need 2 parchments of with scrawlings. Wait, this ash statue looked different, but I guess it's not. 6th house throwing knife, that's cool. Are they different? I guess they are. Just slightly. Sixth house amulet. Wonder if we can sell that. Ancient Dagoth brandy. Yes. 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 This is going to go poorly. Let us put that back where we found it. I need to figure out where that texture is supposed to come from. I'm tired, and yet I don't think this is going to be a good place to sleep. One of the surviving ghosts gave me a bleeding skull they found on the 6th house altar. A bleeding skull? A strange skull. Okay. How do we get out of here?
I suppose there's no harm in talking? What can I do for you?
How do we get out? There we go.
So good to see you. Go ahead, Outlander. What do you
Hello,
need?
dude.
I can spare a few moments if you
Please accept our
care
thanks
at
for your
all.
selfless service during such challenging times. I know I said before that I promised you a handsome reward, but you'll have to forgive me. Already underfunded and understaffed, the ossuary cannot afford to lose any more equipment. But please accept this volumes from the teachings of Vivek in lieu of a more proper reward. Have we read Sermon 9 before? Yes. Love is under my will only. The ending of the word is Om Sivi. It pleases me to see an outlander take an interest in our customs. The fact that you've traveled this far out to the ossuary of Vec proves your dedication. Continue to walk forward faithfully, and Almcivi may yet guide your steps. Very strange indeed. May I have a closer look at that skull? The prefect begins casting spells on the skull. This is the Bleeding Skull, a rare artifact that can save one's life. If you don't mind it looking too ominous, carry it around like a lucky charm. Okay. Take 1 death blow for the carrier. Interesting. I don't remember what it is we need to be doing for this shrine, but I hope they have whatever whatever supply we need out here, because we don't have it with us. Shulk resin, well, we're carrying that. Salt rice bread. I guess it's supposed to be oozing candle wax.
I suppose we can talk.
The
What do you
pomegranate
want?
trees outside the shrine grow from ashes, a rare sight of greenery in the dry ashlands. Oh, that's right, pomegranate. That's what we needed. So I guess we get to go outside and we get to pick one. Alright, latest rumors. Have you heard the Sixth House have managed to tunnel into the western catacombs? By the 3, we're all gonna die out here. You're a buoyant armiger, an adept of the temple. Shrine's upstairs. The shrine tower of this ossuary can be seen for miles. It's an excellent landmark for navigating the ashlands. Okay. There we go. Okay. The ghost fence. It is a family's most solemn duty. This is from the ancestors in the Dunmer, which I mentioned earlier. The ghost fence. It is a family's most solemn duty to make sure their ancestors' remains are interred properly. Here, the spirits draw comfort from one another against the chill of the mortal world. Okay, that's weird, because usually the afterlife is considered chilly, not the mortal life. He, however, as a sign of great honor and sacrifice, an ancestor may grant that part of his remains be retained to serve as part of a ghost fence to protect the clan's shrine and family precincts. Such an arrangement is often part of the family member's will, that a knuckle bone shall be salvaged out of his remains and incorporated with solemn magic and ceremony into a clan ghost fence. In more exceptional cases, an entire skeleton or even a preserved corpse may be bound into a ghost fence. These remains become a beacon and focus for ancestral spirits and for the spirit of the remains in particular. The more remains used to make a ghost fence, the more powerful the fence is, and the most powerful mortals in life have the most powerful remains. The great ghost fence created by the tribunal to hold back the blight incorporates the bones of many heroes of the temple and of houses Indorel and Redoran, who dedicated their spirits to the temple and clan as their surrogate families. The ghost fence also contains bones taken from the catacombs of Necrom and many battlefields of Morrowind. That is the that is the passage that this whole mod is based on. So, if you are curious, these ossuaries are just a means of feeding the Dunmer dead into the ghost fence to keep it working. Okay. Those are the pomegranates that I need. Climbing, climbing, climbing. Oh, there was a door.
Go ahead, Outlander.
Oh,
What do
that's
you
not
need?
the ghost fence.
Please, speak.
That's just a shield. Weird. There's a pomegranate tree. Oh, okay, parkour. Civi tests this in strange ways, and sometimes it is with parkour. And that is a drawing worth creation. Okay. Are you on pilgrimage here? Yes. Do you have a pomegranate to leave as an offering, pilgrim? If not, use the eastern door here to head outside to the grove and pick one. Please do not pick the ones here in the shrine, as these plants are
I
sacred.
can spare a few moments if you care to talk.
Would you like to donate a pomegranate and ask the warrior poet for a blessing? We brought nothing into this world, neither may we carry anything to the next. Lord Vivek giveth, and Lord Vivek taketh away. Shrine of the Body. Someone just burnt their dinner. Okay. Door to the Ashlands region. Door to the Ashlands region. Okay, that was mildly exciting. Okay. One of the skull mailboxes is missing its skull, and it only has a hand in it. Okay, east. We came in from the east. Do we have a book with a map? Pilgrimage of the Dead. Okay. So we came... Ossuary of Set. We came this way. So now we need to go down there. Okay.
May I help?
Blessed Durzog. Lord. I don't think we will be eating the meat.
Time to trim this one.
Kite and dagger. Anticipations. Okay. Can't rest there. Why would we need a potion of water breathing down here? I don't know, but we'll go with it. And that crying was just creepy. I haven't drawn a good picture for a minute. Let's do that real fast. That makes her look positively demonic. That lipstick always makes her Ebony Dart of Black Death. Scroll of Feathered Grace. This is not happy about the poking our nose into urns, but Scroll of the Fifth Barrier.
Probably nothing.
Thirsty. Where? Jackalope tea. Bug lamp. What are we fighting? I don't see anything. It's a wooden staff of shaming. This way.
Go ahead, Outlander. What do you need?
No, because this isn't creepy enough.
I'll surrender or forfeit my mercy. Time to exercise. Surrender or forfeit my mercy.
Sorry, Shariel.
You will die. What was that?
Mm-hmm. Well, it was a nice thought while I had it.
Time to turn this one.
That's Caswin's summon.
Is there something I can do?
No, I don't think so. What is this?
May I help you?
Best bargain for a risk taker is a jug of Sujama. Makes you stronger as an ogre. Not for long, but long enough. Ghosts must be more vigilant than ever now that the enemy's broken into the western catacombs. One mistake and we could be overrun. What is this? Okay, strength is back to normal. What does the Mother Mercy have for us? Okay. This is not what I would expect to find down here. Actual, like, plants. Living plants that are still alive. Not funerary offerings. Interesting. Let us rest here. Latte needs healing. Bone pit. Southern catacombs. That's a lot of dead people. Hello? Is anyone here? We're pilgrims. Ossuary of Aim. Great Hall. Where is everybody? Hello? Hello? Anybody? Where is everybody? Hello?
Do you have something to say, Outlander?
Where is everybody? How do you do, friend? Do you need assistance? I'm the prefect of the ossuary of Im. The southern and western catacombs are mostly safe in the main halls. The ancestors prefer to remain undisturbed in the side crypts with the travelers coming and going. The eastern catacombs are a different story. Set doesn't have the capacity to garrison a large force, and Vec has been understaffed for years. As such, we've had to overly rely upon the ancestral centurions of the Acolytes to defend that portion of the catacombs. The centurions are far less amicable than other forms of the undead. I joined the Order of Ghosts after I lost my family to the Blight. I just couldn't sit idly by, as so many had chosen to do, and watch the Sixth House bolster their forces on the mountain. I have served the Order with distinction for many years, and it is the reason that I was chosen to serve as the Prefect of Im. The Ossuary of Im is the public face of both the Order of Ghosts and the Ghostlands catacombs more generally. It is the only ossuary that is still visited daily by both pilgrims and mourners alike, due to its close proximity to Ald'ruhn. As its prefect, I strive to maintain its image in these trying times. We must continue to hold the people's trust if the Order is to continue in its operations here. So it is the pilgrimage of the dead that has brought you to this place. It is a sacred journey that you have chosen to undertake, Outlander, so see that you treat the dead with the proper respect they deserve. The shrine that can be found in the temple, which itself is located in the southern wing of this ossuary. Why are you the only one here? You talk about Vec being understaffed, but and Set being small, but not enough space in the container. That just means I have to eat something. Coordinators. Cliff racers. You have to dry fire it in order not to waste the arrow.
I suppose there's
Where was
no
the
harm
person that was right
in
here? Oh,
talking.
hey.
What can I do for you?
Bambanef. I can't tell you much about it. A scout who knows his way around the Ashlands might be able to tell you more. I belong to House Radorn and serve honorably, as does Arvessa. Soul sickness. Madness is a sickness in the soul. It comes from a lack of faith and a love of sin. All this talk of bad dreams and bad omens, superstition, it's just a sign that people have abandoned the temple and fallen into greed and wickedness. Okay, thanks. What would you teach me, Oathman? Spear? Ah, yes, I am all ears. And I have taught him and earned 42 gold. That was random, but okay. Ordinator, hi. You're an ordinator. Couldn't have guessed. I wish he didn't drag his summons around everywhere. It's just annoying.
Praise Vivek. Praise Vivek.
Let me get this out of here for you. Now, I know we don't have a blessed skull, which is apparently what you need for this shrine. Oh. Oh, this is the actual ghost fence, hence, you know, the writing on the wall. That would be why we can't run through it! Probably misspelled that, but it is what it is. Oh, okay, here's a person. Person, come back! I want to speak with you. You're
Yes,
just a runner.
What do you want?
Latest rumors? Did you hear the commotion in the Great Hall earlier? A widow came to pay respects at her husband's urn and started screaming something about a missing ring. I'm told she nearly came to blows with our head priest. I'd like to have seen that. Tervin Selvi, the prefect here, is seeking any information. The head priest of Aim can be found in the Shrine of the Reborn. It's in the temple, which is located in the southern wing of this ossuary. Prefect Selvi lost his wife and daughter to the Blight. He signed up with the Order not long after they were interred in the catacombs. Okay, those are just directions. The ossuary of Aim was built over the ruins of an old tribunal abbey. A few of the ruins are still standing on the hill between the ossuary and Aldrun. Okay, that's cool. Do you know the ossuary of Aim is home to one of the largest tribunal temples on all of Vardenfell? You're a pilgrim. Rural Dunmer live in villages, groups of small huts centered around temple compounds.
Do you
Okay.
have something to say?
Good for them. Book? Okay. The bone pit. We just came from there. Temple.
Hello?
I'm a scribe in the Order of Ghosts. My apprentice is Braylina Herlin. Borel is by the Shrine of the Reborn on the uppermost floor of this tower. Rumor is that our head priest's family pulled some strings to get him the position. He's a member of House Indorel from the mainland, but if that's true, why did they send him all the way out here? Okay. Look! Blasphemous revenants. Okay. I don't think we've been introduced. I'm Berlina Harlan. I'm a scribe in the Order of Ghosts. Okay. Rows of names and dates along with various abbreviation and remarks in Daedric script. Records of Deaths, Brief History of the Empire, Book of Daedra, Consolations of Prayer, Lives of the Saints, a bookend, Book of the Daedra, Invocation of Azura, the Annotated Annuad, Ancestors in the Dunmer, Mysticism.
I can spare a few moments if you care to talk.
I'm the head priest of the ossuary of Aim. My family hails from Mournhold, home to the Blessed Mother herself. We have served the temple faithfully for generations, but I'm the first of my name to be stationed on Vardenfell. It is an interesting place, don't you think? The oldest of our ancestor spirits we call the Daedra. Though they are powerful and cunning, their hearts and minds have grown distant and strange, and the bad Daedra are dangerous. In addition to common blessings, most shrines provide special blessings of the saints that fortify attributes and abilities for long durations. I don't know why the ghosts insist upon storing so many of the sacred ancestors' remains down in the catacombs. I would much prefer we rebuild the old abbey in the wilted forest beyond the ossuary. It would provide a great amount of storage for many more remains and offerings for the departed. The ossuary of Aim is a worthy house for the remains of the faithful servants of the Mother of Mercy. The Daedra are our ancestors. Before the tribunal, we worshipped the Daedra as gods, but they harmed us as often as they helped us. When they became gods, the tribunal became our protectors and high ancestor spirits. Good Daedra became loyal friends of the tribunal, but the bad Daedra remained foul and treacherous. Dwemer were the ancient enemies of the Dunmer, but they are long dead, destroyed in a holy war by Saint Nerevar and the Tribunal. Heed the Emperor's law and might, but dedicate your body and soul to the sacred soil of Morrowind and to the temple which schools, nourishes, and protects its people. In the past, the ghost fence was completely effective, but now we hear reports of encounters with blood and monsters outside the fence. Ghostgate is garrisoned by the Ordinators and the Buoyant Armigers, and House Redorn maintains a hostel for pilgrims. Boethia, Mephala, and Azura are loyal friends of the Tribunal. These Daedra are the good Daedra, which we also call the Anticipations. The Yellow Party of Walu honors and serves fortune trade in the Empire, and through such distractions they stay away from the narrow paths of duty, gravity, and piety. Extracting profit from trade and interest steals wealth from the deserving and puts it in the hands of thieves and extortionists. The Order of Doctrine and Ordination are military scholars. That is what an Ordinator is, okay. Each of the greater saints and lesser saints has his own proper sphere of influence, those worshippers of various walks of life that the saint has the most sympathy and affection for. As you now stand in the sanctum of this Shrine of the Reborn, please show it the proper respect it deserves. Okay, I see nothing about a ring. Alright.
By the three, my rights and duties.
How do I do this?
Fairly sure that wasn't mine.
Praise
I need a blessed skull, I think.
Do you need something, Outlander?
Who the heck just backstabbed who? I don't want to know.
What do you want, Outlander?
That's the temple. That's the bone pit. Services. Ashiam begins to cook.
Welcome, Outlander. I've special prices just for you today.
I wouldn't go down to the catacombs if I were you. That place gives me the creeps. You work in an ossuary. What is there to be afraid of? Oh, I don't know. Perhaps the hordes of restless ancestors roaming the halls down there? The ghosts keep the undead out of the main halls of the ossuary, and that suits me just fine. Did you hear? Boral Uvelin and Prefect Selvi were arguing again. Not that I blame Selvi for losing his temper. I saw another shipment of imported goods being delivered to Uvelin's private quarters the other day. The local Dunmer liquor, Sujama, is extremely potent, and indulgence results in elevated spirits and diminished mental faculties. Has a kick like a guar, very strong and just as stupid. The native Comberry wine is locally called Shine. Shine is a strong stimulant, but using it results in impaired judgment. You may gain a lot of endurance, but you won't be very smart. And these are just same thing as everyone else.
At your service, Outlander.
What prepared food do you have?
How can I be of service to you, Outlander?
Here, take the cliff racer meat since I don't feel like cooking it. Okay, maybe just 2 Daedra hearts?
Is there something I can do for you?
Okay, nope, I guess not. Drink Hakalo tea. First look on this other side. The bone pit again. Okay, so we have the bone pit, Ashland's private quarters. This one.
What do you want, Outlander?
This had better be important. I can't be bothered with trifles when the Devil of Red Mountain is breathing down my soldier's neck. It's been a long night. Several lives were lost, protecting the dead to protect the living. We live in strange times, Outlanders. Strange times. But enough of my rambling. What's your business at the ossuary? The ossuary is the public face of both the Order of Ghosts and the Ghostfence catacombs in general. It's not the first incident we've had, I'm afraid. Just last week, the entire Solaro family was nearly up in arms over their mother's amulet or other such trinket. What use do our ancestors have for such things? Forgive my blasphemy, but I've lost my taste for ritual, having lived amongst the dead for so long. Still, these thefts are troubling. Common grave robbers tend to avoid the catacombs. I don't want to believe it, but the thief may be a ghost. I ask myself, why is an outlander interested in our affairs? Do you really enjoy the smell of moldering bones and grave dust so much? But if you speak truly, you'd do well to find our head priest, Borrell. He spoke with the widow after she discovered her late husband's ring missing. Quite a colorful conversation, I hear. Now, if you excuse me, I have some letters to write. Borrell, you can usually find him in the Shrine of Reborn. It's on the uppermost floor of the southern tower. If he's not there, he's probably in his quarters getting drunk on imported wine. You think the Mur is bathing in that swill with the amount he orders every month, and I can barely afford to keep my soldiers fed and their blades sharp. Okay.
May I help you?
Yeah, not right now. Yes, I had the pleasure of speaking with the Mur's widow, although I dare say the conversation was quite one-sided. Her words are not fit to be repeated before the Blessed Mother. May Almsivi forgive her impropriety. The widow swore on her late husband's ashes that she had personally handed his ring to the ghost in charge of donations that day. Unfortunately, she couldn't recall their name. A pity. What was the description of the ring? Of course, how could I forget? She was screaming loud enough to wake the dead. Emerald with a silver band. Selvi suspects the thief is among us? Preposterous. More likely than not, the widow simply misplaced the ring. Grief clouds the mind terribly, you know. Luckily, ink and quill are not quite so vulnerable to the same influences. If the ring was delivered as the widow claims, our scribes will surely have a record of it. Look for Andrasa Davos or her apprentice Berlina. Their office is on the second floor of this tower. May Almsivi guide your steps. Okay. And I should save, because this is a lot to redo if Morrowind crashes.
So good to see.
A lot of running around talking to people. At least there'd be no shortage of other skulls for company. My mother used to tell me that our ancestors are always watching, but I never truly believed her until I was posted here. A ring? What are you— Oh! Look what you made me do! The scroll is completely ruined. Not that I understand why anyone should care about a little smudged ink in this place. Everything gets covered with ash eventually. But seeing as how I have to fetch a new scroll, I suppose I could look up this donation for you. When did you say the remains were delivered? I'll be just a moment. Well, the ashes were delivered, but I don't see anything about a ring. Guardian Golem Derethi was assigned to donations that day. Here, you can take the report back to Prefect Selvi. Golem, someone in the services tower might know where to find him. The Order of Ghost Barracks are on the top floor. Okay. Running around in circles. This is the report? There's no mention of a ring among the deceased's personal effects, and yet the widow claims to have handed it directly to Guardian Derethi. We should hear his side of the story. Yes, I think we owe the Mur that much. The Order of Ghost Barracks are housed in the northern tower. If Derethi's not there, he's likely on patrol in the southern catacombs. Okie doke. Services towers over here. Cassimone is just bitching nonstop back there.
Is there something you need?
Guardian Dorethi is on patrol in the southern catacombs right now. He's been spending a lot of time down there lately, it seems. I'm worried about him. Spending too many waking hours in that kind of darkness does strange things to your mind. This ought to be fun. A deranged Order of Ghosts Guardian. Alright. Still nobody in here. Western catacombs. Southern. You. What is it? Are you a pilgrim to these halls? I don't know what you're talking about, Antlander. You should leave this place before you get yourself killed.
Do you have something to say, Outlander?
Maybe if I smelled better.
Your actions precede you, Outlander. I've heard good things about you.
I just smell nice. No.
Hello, Outlander. May I help you?
Try trim this one down to size.
I suppose there's no harm in talking?
Did he just like wander? Is he walking around? Am I supposed to follow him?
Welcome, friend. Are you the one I've heard talk about?
Huh. I'm missing something? Probably. Let's see. Let's go back to the services tower. Poke around, his stuff a little. Let's have a drink when you get back from the southern catacombs, my friend. It's been too long, and I can see that your thoughts have been heavy lately. Hard to avoid in a place like this, I know. You should take some leave, enjoy your family. Surround yourself with life. Anyway, the offer is open. The dead may seem like good listeners, but they usually don't answer back. Your sister in bones, yeah. Yeah. That was disappointing. I don't know what you're talking about, Outlander. You should leave this place before you get yourself killed. I found this ring in a locked chest by your bunk. Its owner claims she handed it directly to you along with her husband's ashes, but your report left out that little detail. Care to explain? So this is how it ends. I've disgraced my ancestors and brought shame to my order. I'm at your mercy, Outlander. You call yourself a guardian, yet you steal from the dead. You have to understand, my children don't recognize me when I come home. They're young, my wife said, and you're away for so long. But I know the truth. I'm a ghost. I don't belong with the living. I belong here in darkness, with my friends who have joined the great fence before me. My wife, she looks me in the eyes and sees death staring back, so I don't go home anymore. But I will not have my family think I've abandoned them. So that's what this is all about, your family? The dead have no need of coin, but my children go hungry at night. Why should my wife have to beg the temple for charity? Haven't I given enough? My life, my soul, after I die, she'll be lucky if the priest send her a knuckle bone. It felt easy, too easy, to palm a few gold pieces here and there, but I got careless. That swit Uvelin saw me leaving the catacombs one night with ash-covered hands and a heavy pouch. Poor Uvelin, the priest? He disgraces the Blessed Mother with his presence. I should have gone straight to the prefect and took my licks. But the priest, his words were so sweet. He promised silence as long as I kept his pockets full. And so I did. Civvy, forgive me. I forgot my honor as a ghost in a moment of weakness. Please, we cannot allow that false priest to desecrate the dead any longer. What would you have me do? Search the priest's private quarters. Uvelin took the Celaro amulet for himself last week, a gaudy thing set with an enormous emerald. He always had a taste for such baubles. If you bring Prefect Selvi evidence of Uvelin's guilt, he will see that justice is done. I know it. That indora whelp cannot hide behind the robes of his house forever. He'll answer for his crimes, but what about you? I swear on my ancestors I will surrender myself to the guards. Please, just give me a moment alone to beg the dead for forgiveness. Fine. Thank you, Outlander. You freed me from a heavy burden. Oh
Is there
my.
something I can
That
do
was
for you,
grim.
Outlander?
Alright, let's go deal with the corrupt priest.
Fairly sure that wasn't
Alright. Not the direction I wanted to go. Parkour! Where are his private quarters is another question. Oh, private quarters. Bet his is that other room. Yeah, this would be his. Alright, everybody inside. Triune coins. Seal stamp. Lots of wine. Okay, I guess they were right about that. Endoral amulet. That might be it. Probably not. No. Yes, we're taught. Oh, there we go. Or not. Dumplings, tea infuser. I was just informed that Guardian Darethi surrendered himself to the guards. As is our custom, he's been banished to the catacombs for the remainder of his time on Nirn. Let the ancestors be his judge. And this is the ring? Well done. Is there anything else you wanted to report? He claimed to be working with Boral. Llewellyn, I'm not fond of the Mer myself, but these are serious accusations. The head priest belongs to a powerful Indoral clan on the mainland. If I were to pursue this, well, they could make my life very difficult. I'm afraid my hands are tied unless you bring me real evidence of his guilt. Yes, have I found anything?
Is there something I can do for you?
Everyone keeps mocking his wine. Those are all sitting down cushions, not picking up cushions. Where could it be? Hmm. I mean, this is the room. What am I missing? Anybody see anything? I'm a dumb. Now I just have to find the key to it. No, that book has actual value. Sorry, I'm just gonna keep playing with that. Let me put the books off to the side. I think I have like one scroll of super open. I know that is not what you call it, but... What man needs 3 copies of the cantatas in his personal library? Someone who doesn't actually read them. Where is the scroll of super open? Okay, I have 2. E-cache's lock splitter. Scroll of super open. Same thing. didn't work. Dang it. We need a key. Where is this key? Better not need to, like, pickpocket it off him or we got a problem.
Do you have something to say?
Do you need something, Outlander?
I can spare a few moments if you care to talk.
He has nothing to steal. Okay. This is probably stupid, but... Okay. Where is it?
Tell me.
Yeah, you're no help. Let's suppose you can pick a level 80 lock. Ha! False book. Okay. Very clever. Now that I've just completely tossed his room. That's the Solaro amulet, and you found it at Uvelin's quarters? I will have him apprehended for questioning immediately, though I suspect the Swit may have already be on his way back to his family's gardens in Mournhold. Thank you, Dacia. You've done the Order of Ghosts a great service during these troubled times. Here is your reward. What? 500 gold. Nobody else has
What do
paid
you
us
want,
shit.
Outlander?
Okay. Now I just have to figure out how to pray successfully.
I suppose we can talk. What do you want?
No one's seen him around in some time. I'm not surprised. Probably gonna get busted by the Ordinator for this, but... I need a skull. Where can I find a sanctified skull? You can't get Gia kicked out of the temple. We'll never have inside information on the Nerevarine cult that way. And if this crashes right here, I'm just going to end the stream. I need to be going to bed anyways. Or I'm going to be cranky at work, and the new minion does not need to deal with that nonsense. The shrine is dedicated to Mother Almalexia. Treat it with respect. Yeah, but where do I get the sanctified skull?
May I help you?
Do I need to go outside and poke around? Like, help me here.
Is there something what do you want, Outlander? Probably nothing.
I suppose I should go poke around the bone pits.
Probably nothing.
The fact that they have, like, a wheelbarrow is a little disturbing. Yes, we move so many bones around that we need a wheelbarrow to move them all. We shall not be baking any bread in that. Just FYI. Yeah, not making stew over that fire. Alright, let's go. I guess go into the catacombs. So the ones we came out of. Hi, Latte.
Is there something I can do for you, Outlander?
Where's Caswin?
You lost blind.
Gia, how do you have 3 health left? Oh my god. The fact that he summons a Greater Bonewalker and a Dremora, it's like, Caswin, it's not needed. You don't need to go that hard. Come on. You can do it, Morrowind. Alright, let's go see if we can kill something that has a blessed or sanctified skull in it. Aye. Alexa, why do you have to be such a pain in my butt?
Speak freely.
I mean, Sothasils people just wanted us to chase down one of their toys that, had run off with a very important fuse for their display.
We must endure ourselves.
Do you have something to say?
Willing to fear a woman's wrath.
Woo! Sanctified skull. 2 of them. Booyah.
Do you have something to say, Outlander?
Peckish. Thirsty, where is my teapot? Teapot that actually has tea in it. I will say this, having different clutter at the bottom of these stairs has
Is there
been
something?
immensely helpful. Like this one, there's a book there. The service tower doesn't have a book right there. Of course, it helps if you don't go out the wrong door either.
Tell me what you want.
Be able to stop running in circles around this damn ossuary, that would be great. Would you like to donate a sanctified skull and ask the Lady of Mercy for a blessing? Thank you, Blessed Lady Amalexia, for your judgments. Your judgments call us to the grave, and they call us to be reborn. All right. So let us now go to Ghostgate via the southern catacombs, I believe is how that's gonna work. I think we came in via the western, so southern would be our next stop. And those bone golems are only a common soul gem.
Is there something?
Go ahead, Outlander. What do you need?
To inbound. To inbound.
Oh yeah, this is one to experience by torch. You know, there's just some dungeons that's like night eye or light feels like cheating, and that you really need to have do it by torch or candlelight.
Is there something I
And
can
this would be one of those.
Well, to fear a woman's wrath.
I like the scabbard he's got on his back.
Careful with that.
Sorry.
To inbound.
Probably should do something about the health. Probably should do something else about the health. And we're healing. And we're healing. And we're healing. And we're healing some more. Same skirt that everybody else is wearing this year. Or this season, I guess, would be the appropriate snooty, fashion term.
You do well to fear a woman's wrath.
As tempting as it would be to exit via this tomb, we do need to go on to Ghost Gate because we have stuff to take care of there. More of crystal eggs. Oh, there it is. Let's put the jewelry in the trinket box. There we go. Okay, that's the door outside. So your basic ancestral tomb. Marina Sour has been destroyed? Who? I'm assuming someone will at some point give us a quest to go kill that guy. But we don't have it yet.
May I help you?
You're just a runner.
Is there something I can do for you?
Oh, hey, did we circle back around at the beginning?
Yes, Outlander. What do you want?
May I help you?
We have circled back around to the beginning. AKA Ghost Gate. I can put the torch down.
Go ahead, Outlander. What do you need?
Okay. Yes, I see it now. I can feel the blessings of Almcivi upon you, Deja Blackeye. I can tell that you have already completed the pilgrimage of the dead. Wait here and let me retrieve something from my quarters. Okay, that was very odd. I don't know what the stream just did, but... Here, this is a sacred rapier of the Order of Ghosts. I do not part with this possession lightly, Deja. It is normally presented only to select members of our order for exemplary service, but you are the first Outlander in many, many years to complete the pilgrimage of the dead. While you carry this weapon, an ancestral spirit will serve as your guardian and protector. Bear it with honor. Go now with my appreciation. I thank you for the respect you have given our ancestors. Okay, rapier, long blade, one-handed. That's pretty nice. We're gonna keep that as a backup weapon, I think. Get rid of that. That's the enriched diamond that we need to keep. Backup weapon will not fit. Hmm. Okay. A lot of this stuff I can actually sell. So, um, hmm. I can get rid of one of those paper molds, that's for sure. Hmm. Okay, that more than anything I think is what we needed. Oh, the egg. Alright. That's her bedroom.
May I help you?
And I just put all of those hammers in my bag. And I need to pull them all back out because our sword may be nice, but it is not that durable.
There is someone watching.
Blessing of the two
I can
moons
tell.
upon you.
What are you carrying that needs fixed at all? Those are bound, so I can't take them off you to repair them. I love how his little ears stick straight up. It's so cute.
Blessing of Azura upon you.
Latte, tell them they grumble a lot. Shariel? have you been using? You've been using that. $82. $82. That one I like more because it's kind of got the cutout, and you can see that she goes barefoot. Anyway, okay, Caswin. You might have actually used that. What? What is that nonsense? Okay, Arvessa. I expect she's taken kind of a lot of hits compared to everyone else. Yeah. Maybe not. Maybe, maybe not. Here is your entropic witchblade back. Sure, whoever you stabbed with it was most impressed. Oh, wait. 55 as opposed to... I don't think she would wear Andorel. There we go, and she has her own little neck wrap, which looks
I
nice.
suppose we can talk.
It
What
it
do
is
you
time,
want?
Deja Blackeye. We need to go our separate ways so we can both accomplish the task laid out for us. This is not farewell, as Vivek is my witness. We'll meet again in this life or the next. Take what you need now before... What? Where are you going? We have mission to accomplish. You can't just leave now. Geob? Geob! You can't just leave. What about the writs? And Deja pulls out the handful of little rolled scrolls that the Morag Tong gives. What about these? Are you going to finish these? And he's like, I'm walking my own path. Farewell. Goodbye, my friend. Think of me when you see a cliff racer, and then think of me when you don't see them anymore. Geob! What, he's just gonna go out into the wilderness and hunt cliff racers? What the heck, Geob? Latte? What are we supposed to do? How am I supposed to explain this to Cassius? Yeah, the guy you sent me to get off the boat decided to go off and kill cliff racers for a living? I don't know.
Blessing of Azura upon you.
The
Let's hear it.
heck? Can't believe he just abandoned us like that. Just gone.
What do you want, Outlander?
Well, now what do we do? Why are you back? We're gonna have to do the thing where we run through a door.
Praise Vivek. Where is that slave?
He won't stop following us.
Where is that slave?
Huh? Okay, let me mod config. Okay. And then companion. Abbott Smart Companions. There we go. Okay. So I'm gonna turn off Smart Companion and then reload and then come on. Oh, that's under companions. Um, let's see if this works. This'll take a minute, of course. It's like, Jib, if you're gonna leave us, go away. You're making our dramatic little moment, you've nullified it. So Smart Companion should do the same as Easy Escort. I wonder if they're interfering with each other. So I need to take a look at that. There should be one error pop-up. There we go. And now it has to load the distant land. Loading, loading, loading. Yeah, bye, Jib. Except not really. Alright, let's see if that worked. The whole thing was Cassius told us to go to Satanine and pick up anybody who came off the boat and bring them to him. And we missed a Rulin the first time, but we brought Gia back, and Gia was doing the thing. He was helping us with all of these little quests that we were being sent on.
No time for idle hands.
Let's hear it.
There it is. And now he abandons us.
Only will to fear a woman. No
I
time
guess
for idle hands.
the bone monster. And he doesn't even kill one last cliff racer before he disappears. Ew, 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 no. Why am I getting corpus meat from a cliff racer? Gross. And it's throbbing. Are you still standing around?
Yes, Outlander.
What do you want, Outlander? You expect me to thank you for your help with those clan fears? I never asked for it. Everything was under control. I was capable of dealing with them by yourself. You didn't have to interrupt. Judging by your wounds, they were 3 seconds from killing you. Ha! I was just playing with them, to train my skills, but you had to come rushing in and play the hero, didn't you? Typical Outlander. Next time, keep out with what doesn't concern you. I saved your life, so much for gratitude. I'm sure you wouldn't want healing then, since you're so busy training your skill at bleeding to death. I'm fine. It's just scratches. Oh, God, that's more blood than I... Sheogorath, my leg, I can't... No, I can see you don't need any assistance. I'll let you carry on with your training. I'm sure some more Daedra will be along at any minute. Wait, please. Alright, it's possible I could use some help. possible. I'm sorry, you're right about everything. You saved my life, but unless I get healing, not for long. I'm out of potions, magicka, everything. Please, I don't want to die. Not here, like this. I'll heal you with a spell. Hold still. Okay.
Do I care? You.
Mafala, that's better. Bit less Daedra eaten now. Thank you. This is so embarrassing. I'm trying to become a strong warrior, but I guess I still have this long way to go. I suppose I'm supposed to be a great warrior. It's expected of me, but I spend all my time training, and I'm obviously still not good enough. Gah, what would my tribe think of me if they knew I'd been rescued by an outlander? An outlander, for Azura's sake. I mean, no offense, but it looks bad. One, not an outlander. I was born in Nissus, and come on, it's not that bad. They were pretty tough for clan fears, and there were 3 of them. Thank you, but you don't understand. I mean, how could you? You have no idea who I am, or what I have to do, and what. So tell me. It's not that simple. It's not something I'm free to discuss, and certainly not with outlanders. All I will say is that I have a sacred mission I need to carry out within the Ghost Fence on the behalf of my tribe and others. But I've been training here for a week now, and I can't even deal with the creatures on this side of the fence. If it's a sacred mission, aren't the gods or Daedra or whoever protecting you? Ha! That's what my mother says. She has such powerful faith in her gods and in me. That's why I have to succeed. I can't stand the thought of disappointing her. But I'm not sure I share her faith. Maybe that's my problem. You're going within the Ghost Fence because your mother told you to. No, I'm not. I'm not just doing this because she told me to. I'm doing it because it's the right thing to do. But I don't know if I can. So, you say your name is Dacia Blackeye and you're a freelance adventurer. Do you ever adventure inside the Ghost Gate? Only when I have to. It's a rough place. I thought so. You're strong enough to deal with those ash monsters, or you soon will be. I wonder. No, forget it. I have no reason to trust you. I helped you, didn't I? That's true. But how do I know your motives weren't... Gosh, Sheogorath. I can't keep thinking like this. I have to do something, even if it means... Listen, would you be willing to help me develop my skills? Would you consider training me? If my people knew, they'd be horrified, but I can't see any other way. I'm just not getting anywhere training by myself. I need guidance, and you seem capable of giving it to me. Outlander or not, you're the only person I've met so far who has helped me, and maybe that means something. And it's not as if I'd be a useless companion. I'd fight, cast a few spells, generally look after myself. I wouldn't be a burden to you, I swear. I can levitate, breathe water, heal myself, provided I have enough magicka, of course. I'm a fast runner, and I can repair your weapons for you if you have the right tools. I'm an idiot. I still haven't introduced myself. My name is Julian Kaushival of the Ahamusa. Well, sort of. Technically I'm an outcast, but it's complicated. So what do you say? Will you give me a chance? I don't know how good a teacher I'll be, but you're welcome to tag along for a while. Great, thank you. So, I'll let you take the lead. I don't know Vardenfell all that well. In fact, this is the furthest I've ever been from home up until now. But, look, since we're here, can we try going within the Ghost Fence? Not far, just inside the gate. I have to get used to it. I just have to. So, and Arves is like, so we traded one dark elf for another. And Dacia goes, yeah, I guess we did. And this one wants to go through the Ghost Fence. Let us go take a peek. Oh, and we have Smart Activate turned off, so, or Smart Convenient. I'm sorry, I thought I was ready for this, but it's so... I know I have to come here, but I can't do this. Not yet, not now. Please, let me cast Elmsivy Intervention and teleport us both out of here. Please, my head, I can't... Okay, have it your way, let's get out of here. Okay, thank you.
Well to fear a woman's wrath.
Let me guess, we forgot everybody else. This is gonna suck. Yep. Alright, we're gonna be doing that again, but not today. So, thank you all for hanging out with me. Let me turn back on Smart Companion before I completely forget. And I will see